Hello, can everybody hear me? Welcome to class. Happy spring equinox. What a beautiful day. So yeah, I see lots of us are on our back. So why don't we lie down and begin in Shavasana this afternoon. Just allow yourself to arrive to class. So just whatever that means for you, if you have a lot of energy, just allow that energy to kind of move through you, maybe move the wrists out, maybe move out those ankles. Just start to feel your body on your yoga mat. Allow your breath to be natural. Maybe start to close your eyes. We're going to spend a couple minutes on our backs here. Just try to ground our energy and start to connect with our inner self. So try not to worry about any outside distractions right now. You're here, and that's all that matters. You can start to loosen the grip in your jaw if you're clenching your jaw. Let the palms be open to receive the beautiful energy that's all around us. Welcome to your yoga practice. Just know that if any time you feel overwhelmed or just need a break, you can always come back down in Shavasana. Shavasana is a very important pose as well to practice, that not a lot of us get that chance to just lay down and do nothing. So give yourself permission to rest right now before we begin movement. It's also a good time to take a physical body scan, head to toe. How does your body feel today? Maybe you're a little bit sore. We'll try to work on all that. And then also just take note of your heart and your mental. How does that feel today? Whatever that may be, just allow yourself to be exactly who you are as you are right now. Next time you exhale, maybe exhale out of the mouth, just let out a nice ha. Very good. Do that one more time. Inhale through the nose and then nice. We are going to start to work on our slowed down breathing. So we're going to take about 10 slow breaths here. It's really important to breathe in yoga, so I really like to take some time in the beginning of our practice to really connect with our breath. It's a luxury to slow down and to breathe. With that said, next time you inhale through the nostrils. Try to take in as much air as you can. Really take the time to fill your lungs up, nice and slow. And then when you exhale that same amount of breath out. So try not to rush through the breath. Allow yourself to detoxify through the breath, nourish through the breath. Maybe let go, soften. If you feel any intrusive thoughts start to come in, just come back to the breath. Sometimes it helps to count 4 or 5-second inhales to practice that pranayama breath. And exhaling 4 or 5 seconds out as well. Just allow this time to just be about you, your breath, your connection. We'll take about 5 more breaths in stillness before we start to move into some stretching. Just allow yourself to be at peace. Sometimes it might feel good to put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. It can feel protective and loving. If you need a little self-love today. It's Friday. Friday is a day for self-love. We'll take about 3 more slow breaths. If you are somebody who likes to set intentions for practice or for class, you can do that right now. It could be anything as simple as I am here, I am safe, I am strong. And just know that you are enough. And take one more biggest breath so far. Make sure you're exhaling every last drop out of the body. And now we're going to move into our banana stretch. So what you're going to do is bring the feet towards the right bottom corner of the mat. Bring your left foot on top of the right. Gaze towards the right and then grab your left left wrist with your right hand. So you're stretching the left side of the body, making a little banana shape. We're going to spend about 3 breaths here. So when you inhale, start to pull that left arm up, really stretch the rib cage muscles here. And then exhale, just soften, let the belly drop, feel the shoulder blades on the mat. Take 2 more. Maybe stretching a little bit more with each breath, releasing all that stuck energy. Full emptying of the lungs. Then we'll move to the other side. So bringing the feet towards the left bottom corner of the mat, right ankle on top of left. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. 3 breaths, stretching the right side of our ribs and body. Two more breaths here. Last breath. Release out of this banana. You can start to move around the ankles and the wrists, and then we're going to bring the feet on the ground. So bring the heels close to the sitting bones so the knees are up towards the sky. We're going to take a bridge pose here. We're going to start to warm up the core. So keep the palms pressed into the mat, and then as you inhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. You can walk the shoulder blades towards each other. You can clasp your hands underneath. I like to kind of use my clasped hands as a little seat for my sitting bones. Take 3 breaths here. Keep the chin towards the chest. If you want to come on the tippy toes, you can. 2 more breaths. Take 1 more full breath. Maybe lift the hips a little higher. Then when you exhale, unclasp the hands, roll down nice and slow. And then from here, we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and open up the legs to a reclined butterfly. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can put 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly, or you can bring your arms overhead to mimic the legs. That makes like a figure 8 shape, which is like the infinity energy flowing through you. Just take 5 breaths. Try to keep the breath nice and slow in the beginning of practice. One more breath here. Once you have fully exhaled, bring the hands on the outsides of the knees and very gently close the legs up. We're going to grab behind our knees and we're going to spinal roll and we're going to be rolling into a tabletop. So you can take about 3 or 4 spinal rolls here. Try not to make too many, you might get a little dizzy, but do what you would like. And then we'll roll onto our knees, wrists under shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Start to make some natural movements here. So maybe that's moving your hips in circles. We will move into cat-cow soon, but right now just let your body be natural. Maybe you want to let the head loose. Maybe you want to turn the fingers back towards the knees so you get a little wrist stretch. Just spend a couple breaths in your own natural warm-up here. And then we can come back into tabletop. So bring the wrists under the shoulders, knees under hips. Your spine is flat. You can close the eyes. When you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone for a cow pose. You're stretching the front body. Then we're going to exhale into cat. Chin to chest, rolling that spine. Inhale, belly drops, tailbone lifts. Look all the way up like you're trying to gaze behind your head. And then exhale. Angry cat. Inhale, drop the belly lower. Start to exaggerate your cat-cow. Start to move in a fluid and natural way without feeling judged or worrying about how you look or how your neighbor looks. We're going to spend about 5 breaths here. So this is our spinal core. It can be any kind of a warm-up, hip, calves. You can stretch one calf back and stretch the other. Get creative in your cat-cows here. There's no judgment. One of my favorite things to say to myself is cat-cow like nobody's watching. It's truly freedom. Just a couple more breaths. Take one more full breath cycle, just evening out. We're going to come back into tabletop. Bring the big toes to touch. Bring the knees wide apart. We're going to take a 5-breath child pose, sliding the fingertips towards the top of the mat. You can rock your forehead left and right on this mat here. Kind of bring a little clarity into your mind, into your practice. If you are craving a little bit of movement here, you can bring those fingertips towards the right top corner of the mat. Your left cheek can come down. So we're doing some more stretching on the ribs. Just feels good to free up all that stuck energy. 2 breaths here. Whenever you're ready, you can bring the fingertips towards the left, right palm on top, right cheek comes down. Just take a couple breaths. Just a little stretch is optional. You can just remain in extended child's pose if you don't want to do that extra stretch. No worries. Inhale and come back to the center. Stretch your fingertips towards the top of the mat. When you exhale, try to let the hips sink back. We're going to inhale to press back up into table. Just a little bit more time on the hands and knees here. I will say if you have sensitive knees, you can always roll the yoga mat onto underneath your knees here. We're going to do thread the needle, a shoulder stretch. So with the left palm pressed down into the mat, inhale and peel your right arm towards the sky, gaze up. When you exhale, send the right arm through the left, bringing that right cheek down. Take 3 breaths here. You can make this as intense or not intense if you would like. If you are craving a little bit more stretching, you can bring the left fingertips towards the top of the mat here. A little more of a twist like that. Take 2 breaths, whatever you do. Just breathe. One more breath here. If your left hand is towards the top of the mat, start to slide it back so your elbow is pointing towards the sky. That way you can press and release the right arm back up on your inhale, moving your wrist around in circles. Exhale, right palm down. Inhale, left arm up, threading the needle on the left. Exhale, send your left arm through that right arm. Left cheek comes down. So you're stretching the left side of your neck and shoulders here. Take 3 breaths. One more breath here. And only when those lungs are all emptied, you'll inhale to press that arm back up towards the sky. Wrist circles here. Exhale back into child's pose just for 1 breath. 1 breath. Maybe come back to that intention if you made one. When you are ready, inhale tabletop. We're going to curl the toes. And then we're exhaling the hips up for down dog. So your knees can be slightly bent here. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Maybe pedal out the dog. Let the head be loose. So if you're looking up, try to just let the head hang nice and heavy. Maybe shake out some yeses and some nos. We're going to spend 3 more breaths here. Try to send the energy in the hands and the feet while you're in this down dog. Feel that full body stretch here. 2 breaths. Next time you inhale, look up at the top of your yoga mat. Empty your lungs and take some small steps towards the top of the mat. Once we get to the top, inhaling, halfway lift, hands are on your shin. And then we're going to exhale into a forward fold here. So let the knees be slightly bent. You can grab opposite elbows if you want to ragdoll. Just let the head be loose. If you are in ragdoll, you can sway left and right, feeling that low back. Get some relief. If you need a little more letting go, you can scoop your fingertips underneath the base of your skull, and that can kind of help bring the head down. Feels good to kind of just let the head be loose. Take another breath. Full exhalation. If you do have a grip, just release that grip. Let the knees be slightly bent. We're going to roll very slow on our inhale up to stand. Once we do get to the top, taking our time, but bringing our arms overhead. Maybe just a baby little tiny back bend. But exhale, hands to the heart. Release your palms for mountain pose. Close your eyes. Connect the energy into the feet here. Maybe lift up the toes. Maybe come on the sides of the feet, insides of the feet. We're going to move through some freedom breath together. Inhaling, arms overhead. Inhale, look up. Keep breathing. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that 3 more times, taking in more air each round. Inhale. Take your time, breathing. Exhale. Maybe a little chin to chest, gratitude bow. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Hands to heart. Exhale. Last breath, biggest breath. Inhale. Keep breathing, keep stretching, keep stretching. Exhale. Mountain pose. Just take a breath. If you need a little sip of water before we move into our sun salutations, go ahead and take a little sip of water. Otherwise, you can just stand silently in mountain pose at the top of your mat for a couple breaths. We're going to move through 3 sun salutations before we move into our first standing sequence, just to unify and connect our breath into our movement and just build that confidence and relationship with ourselves. So we're going to do sun salutations A. The sun is out. What a beautiful day. Let's come to the top of the mat here. And then inhale your arms overhead. Option to take a back bend. And then exhale to swan dive, hands to the side. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on shin. Plant the hands, exhaling back into plank pose. The knees can be down here if you would like. We are going to hold plank for 3 breaths. This is our first plank. Inhale to push the mat away. Feel the shoulders expand. When you exhale, engage those deep abdominal muscles. You do want to feel that heat and fire. And if you are trembling, that's a good thing. You're growing strength. 2 breaths. Last breath. You got this. Then exhale, drop the knees, come down nice and slow. Uncurl the toes. Inhale to press the heart up. Cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take 1 breath in down dog. Inhale, looking up at the top of mat, empty lungs. Step to the top. Half lift, inhale, hands on shins. Fold, exhale. Slowly rise, inhale. Maybe a little baby back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Mountain pose, just take a breath. We're going to do that 2 more times. There's no need to rush through the sun salutations. They are heat building, but breathing slow and just trusting yourself is what's really important here. So inhale, look up, exhale, fold, release. Inhale, halfway lift, heart lifts, plant the hands, exhale, back plank pose. While you are in plank, take a breath, inhale, exhale, drop the knees, bring the heart down. Inhale, your heart up, cobra, or up dog. Exhale, down, dog. Take 1 breath here. Let this be our little yoga gas station. If this is not your jam, you can take a child's pose or a seat. It's totally okay. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Slowly rise. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the heart, release palms, mountain pose, just take a breath. Connect with your feet, connect with your heart. Last sun salute, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back as you exhale into plank pose. And then lower down, belly down, inhale that heart up. Exhale down, dog. Just take a breath here. Spread the fingers wide. Let the knees be bent, head is loose. From here, we're going to bring the right foot through the center of our hands. You're going to drop that left heel down at a 40-degree angle. We're coming into warrior one. Inhale, arms up. And it's okay before you bring your arms up to put your hands on the hips. And if coming down on that left foot is too much, you can always come into high lunge if you would like. Otherwise, if your hands are on the hips, try to turn the hips towards the front of the mat. It's okay if they don't go all the way. And then maybe a small bend in that knee. Good, good. Now inhale, arms up, pinkies towards each other. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Take 3 breaths here. Feel the strength in your left leg and your left foot. Feel your heart forward. Stay with your breath. 2 more breaths. Last breath. So strong. And then we open up. Warrior 2, turning, adjusting the feet. So now the hips are facing the outside left edge of our mat. The right heel, you want to be in the center of the inner left foot. Very good. Now bend into that right knee. Let the right knee point towards the right pinky toe so your hips are open. Both arms in the same plane. Take 3 breaths. Two more breaths. Last breath here, so strong, so good. And then let's exhale to cartwheel those hands down. You can choose if you want to take a flow. You want to step that foot back for plank or take a child's pose in between. There's no right or wrong. Whatever you do, we will be meeting in down dog. We're going to do the left side now, so just take a breath in down dog. Now next time you inhale, step the left foot through the center of those hands. Take your time here. There's no rush getting up. Drop that right heel. Just make sure your feet are all good. Then you can take your time coming up, inhaling. And then when you feel stable, bring the arms up and take 3 breaths. Pinkies towards each other, a little internal rotation. 1 more breath. Once we're all exhaled out, we'll open up into a warrior 2. So adjust your feet. Now the hips are facing towards the lake or towards the right side of your mat. Same as last. Bend into that left knee. Let it point towards the left pinky toe. Shoulders relax. 3 breaths. Two more. Cartwheel those hands down. Step back and take a flow or take a child's pose. If you're flowing, inhale and plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale hard up. And let's all take a 5-breath break in child's pose or in a seat. Just let the body cool down. It's only a 45-minute class. So that was pretty much our little standing flow. We're going to come into balancing and then some grounding here soon. It'll be about a 50-second break. So 5 big, luxurious breaths. Feel gratitude on your mat. Thank your body for all it's capable of. Thank your mind for breaking through things even when you're uncomfortable. Showing up for yourself. Whenever you're ready, we'll meet in down dog. We're going to walk our feet towards the top of the mat. We're going to slowly come to stand, bringing arms over the head. Exhaling, hands to the heart. Mountain pose. We're going to take our balancing tree pose, and we will try to hold tree for about a minute on each side. So we're going to start on the left foot. So kind of just connect your foot with the mat. Since we want to build trust with our balance, just really like feel the energy of your foot sinking there with earth. And then you can start with a gentle tree, maybe just turn that knee out. If this is kind of where you want to balance today, just to trust, start there. Otherwise, you can start to travel with that foot. If you do have it on the knee, just try hard to not press too hard into the knee. And we will take 5 breaths once you find your tree, whatever tree that may be. It's okay if you wobble, it's okay if you fall. Just get right back where you left off. Your drishti, which is your yoga gaze, is something to focus on in a balance. So it's like a still point. Maybe it's the ground. Something still in front of you. 3 breaths to go. Last breath. Very good. Bring hands to heart. Release that right foot. Shake out the left. Kind of reset the energy. And then we'll balance on the right. So same as last time. Try to make a relationship and connection with your foot and the earth below you. And one side might be different than the other. I feel like for me, it's harder for me to balance on my right foot for some reason. So I end up getting really tingly on this side. And I fall usually. So it's okay. Just love yourself no matter what. All trees are beautiful. 5 breaths. Maybe choose different arms than last time. It's good to keep things fresh. Three breaths. You got this. Bring the hands to the heart. Release that left foot. Shake out the right foot. If you want to take one last flow, we can take one last sun salutation to our beautiful sun, beautiful earth. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back, plank. From here, let's come down nice and slow to our bellies. Take control. And then just come onto the bellies. Stack your forearms, let the forehead rest. We're just taking a little belly crocodile break here. 4 breaths. We will do a back strengthener in a moment. Just for now, just come to that breath, nice and calm. Feel your belly breathing nice and safe. So for our back strengthener, I'm going to have us do a locust pose. So there's nothing to do, just keep the head down because I don't want you to work right now. So just listen for now. But you will bring your arms out to the side, palms facing down. Keep the head down. Don't use any muscles. Don't use any strength. And for the legs can be optional. You can either keep the legs together or separate them, whatever feels good for you. We're going to take 5 breaths. We're going to do 2 different locusts. So just take it slow. Take a breath and do nothing. Exhale, do nothing. Next time you inhale with those strong lungs, start to lift your legs and your arms and the heart and the gaze. We're going to be here for 5 breaths, so take 1 breath. Good. Stay when you exhale. When you inhale, lift another rib cage. Lift up a little bit more. Good. 3 more breaths. Stay. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Soar that heart for 2. Lift 1 more rib cage. Look up. Exhale down, right cheek down. Windmill those legs back and forth. Good, good. Bring the feet down. Just take a breath. Save your energy. We're doing 1 more locust. Invitation to grow a little confidence in locusts and kind of get through things that you don't think you can do. Try to really soar and lift the heart here with trust. So breathe, do nothing at all. Keep the head down. Now, next time you inhale, start to lift the legs, lift the gaze. Save the energy. We're doing 4 more breaths. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. 3 more breaths. Look up, lift up. Heart is open. 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Lift another rib cage. Exhale, child's pose. We're going to come onto our knees. We're going to do a heart opening pose here. And then we're going to come into a pigeon pose. But we're going to do a camel. And camel doesn't have to be super intense. It could just be a gentle start in the heart opening part of our practice. So make sure the knees are 2 fists apart. Come up onto the knees and bring the hands in your back pockets. Maybe flap those wings. And camel pose. When you look up, you're going to inhale, look up. This can be the start. This is the start of the heart opening. Keep the hips pressed forward. If you want to travel a little more in here, just exhale that head back. Open the jaw. Trust yourself. Take 3 breaths. Two. Let yourself be vulnerable. You're safe. 1 more breath. When you're exhaled, slowly inhale back up. Bring the knees together. We're coming into embryo. Like a little seed, nice and safe. We are going to be moving into pigeon here. So if you have sensitive knees, you don't want to be on the knee, come onto your back for a figure 4. Stretch with the legs. But if you want to take a pigeon pose, we can move through our down dog. So come up into down dog, hips up. And then we're going to bring that right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Then we're going to send that right knee towards the right inner elbow, bringing that left ankle and shin down. Let that left leg come nice and long behind you. And like I said, if this is too much on your knees, just come onto your back for a figure 4. If you would like a little more heart opening, look up and then exhale the head back. And if you're kind of just ready to ground your energy, come into a resting pigeon, bring the forehead down. This pose after a while can feel amazing, but if this is your first time in a while or ever doing yoga, I invite you to sit through the discomfort. However, if there's like a shooting, stinging pain, please maybe gently come out of that pose. But if you are feeling weird or like numb, just know that's normal. So just allow your body to work through and release whatever needs to be released. We're going to take 5 breaths here. I don't really like to talk during pigeon because I think this is a really good place for silence, but I will say please unclench the jaw and just let the face be relaxed. Let the energy go to the hip. Three more breaths here. Finish your last breath on this side, but also just know when to stay. Sometimes your body is calling you to stay longer, so listen to that. But when you're ready to move on, make sure your exhales fully and then inhale up. And what we're going to do might seem a little tricky, but we're going to turn over. So you're going to be facing the back of the mat and you're going to flip that right leg back so you're on pigeon on the left. So different perspective, but left leg, left knee is bent, so you're taking pigeon on the left side. Good. And then from here, if you want that little back bend, inhale, look up. Stay if you want, or come down for a resting pigeon. 5 breaths on this side. About 3 more breaths here. When you finish your last breath, just gently come up and you're just going to turn the legs back in front of you, and then we're going to make our way on our back, kind of just like how we started in Shavasana. But before we come back into Shavasana, we're going to close with a twist. So first, spread out nice and wide like a 5-pointed star. Take up space. Now, come back, bring the body, legs and arms back, and then we're going to grab the right knee and we're going to squeeze the right knee towards our chest. This is wind relieving pose. So you're essentially compressing the your organs here, so that the more you squeeze, the better for your organs. The ascending colon here, so just give it a nice squeeze, maybe roll that ankle around. And then we're going to grab the knee with the left hand. We're going to drag the leg towards the left of our bodies, opening the right arm, gazing towards the right, supine spinal twist. Take 3 breaths. Come out of that twist, let that right leg come nice and long, roll around that ankle. Then we'll do wind relieving on the left side. So squeeze that left knee towards the chest and then move it towards the left armpit and just kind of move it back and forth. So this time we're massaging the descending colon. So squeeze nice and tight, give it a nice rinse inside. Then we'll move to a spinal twist Bringing that left leg towards the right, left arm opens, gaze towards the left. Take 3 breaths. So you're gazing the opposite way of the leg. When you are all ready, come out of the twist. Take any last movement you need if you want, like a little happy baby or anything else that you didn't get out of practice. Get all that extra energy out. But then take your final pose, Shavasana. Lie down. This pose is so beneficial, so important, more than anything that we just practice. This is the one. Come back to yourself. But don't even worry about self right now. Don't worry about breath. Don't worry about anything. I will let you know when it's time to go. But until then, just enjoy a nice minute-long Shavasana. It is time to grow, to expand, and to embrace the transformation that is here for us. For life is transformation in motion. We are always changing and evolving. We go through many processes that shift who we are, how we think, and how we operate. Life is always happening for us, even in the darkest of moments. There will always be moments of recoil before we spring forward. There will always be tears to cleanse away the dirt. There will always be labor pains as we emerge through to the other side of the transformation. It is only when we deny this change that we find a fight. Allow the darkness, allow the mess, allow for the contractions, for this is all part of the birthing process. Life is transformation in motion. Don't block what you are meant to grow into. You are meant to bloom time and time and time and time again. What is your soul ready to grow this time? We are going to close practice right here on our back, so just please stay as you are. And thank you so much for coming to yoga. It is always my honor to guide you and lead you with what I know of as yoga. So thank you for trusting me with your practice. Hope you guys have a beautiful start to your spring. Namaste.